Yeah, so that's the first bonus. It's the product introduction bonus. So whenever you introduce someone to the Lifewave technology and they decide to buy using your link, you get a certain bonus for that, which is it's pretty neat. So that's the first one. But then the second one is really like where the most of it is, I guess. It's the cycling bonus. So with the Lifewave, you have two legs, which is like there's a left leg and there's the right leg. And one of them is going to be strong by default because of your upline. So, like for example, say Harry, he signed up, and then I signed up right under him right away. So
Which
because
is the
of
truth. Which is the truth. Yeah, you signed up right
and
under me. The first person out of all the people signed up.
after that, turns out
Oh,
that Harry is a Super Saiyan and started like signing up.
Alec, I want to
Lots of
add something in support real quick, brother. Yeah, since I've joined, I literally haven't had a lot of time to do much, and I've gotten like 30 people spill over from my uplines, and that's one of the strong benefits of this group is that Harry is a beast. Everybody above him is a beast, and anybody that comes under any of us, I mean that in a good way, a good beast. But man, I mean, I'm getting so much PV just from sitting here and being busy with my personal life. So I mean, just
That
having
is
people slot in, I've been
such
telling
an
people, pay
important
the
point.
25 and just get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can sit there and almost do nothing, and you're going to create a massively major strong leg. It does mean you've got to put work in the weaker leg, but yeah. Anyway, Alec, please carry on with
that's
how
the
you cycles.
getting into is that you have by default a strong leg because of exactly what Jay just explained is that as the people above you continue to earn to sign up more people, well there's only two legs, right? So they have to go like under someone. They cannot just, there's not like an infinite amount of horizontal legs. So it always goes down to the bottom level. And so if that's you right there, then if Harry signs someone up, then it goes right under you. Now the good thing about this is that the volume is not lost. As long as you stay active, you keep accumulating this volume. And at some point, you're going to have enough to do the cycle thing, which, and whenever you have 660 PV, it's called, on one leg and 330 on the other one, then you cycle and you get $50. Now, right now on my left leg, the one that is like straight that Harry is building, I have I think 6,500 PV. So because of this, now everyone that I'm going to be signing up from now on, I can put them on my right leg, which is on the opposite of what Harry has gracefully built for me, and yeah, then like the moment I hit 330, I earned $50, and then another 330, another 50, and it goes on and on and on like that. And you can cycle multiple times per week, and so that's just great. But to do so, okay, that's the important part, and that's the thing that's going to be added next month. Uh, you have to be like you have to have at least one sign up that you personally enroll. So it's one thing that have your upline building, but you also have to have you signing up people, at least one on each leg, and then you can start earning these commissions. Then you can start getting the cycle bonus of $50. But also, what's the new thing that's coming next month is that they put a maximum of $100 each week. So you cannot cycle more than two times each week unless you are a manager. Now, to be a manager, you need two things. So first, you need to be with at least a gold package. So that's going to be quite necessary if you want to earn more than $100 a week. So it's I mean, if you're good with 100 a week, then you don't need to. But if you want to earn more than this, then it requires the gold package. And after that, what it also requires is that you have two signups that are at least silver on each leg. So uh, this is where you need to really I mean, sign people up. It cannot be said any other way. It's going to be necessary to really build your team, but also teach people how to build their own team so that they too can become a manager and they too can start earning a bigger income. And that's the reason why we want everyone else to earn a bigger income is because of the third way that we earn money, which is the checking bonus. This is honestly, it's phenomenal. Okay. And what's coming starting next month? I don't know if a lot of people realize it, but it's going to be absolutely amazing because they have a certain threshold for how much you can earn per week, even with the cycling bonus. And it used to be that they had this threshold with the checking bonus also, but now they're removing it starting next month. And that's why they're requiring it to be a manager in order to start earning more. It's because they actually they completely deleted the cap that there was for earning on the checking bonus. Now the checking bonus, what this is you earn 25% of the people that you personally sponsored. You earn 25% of what
Quickly,
they
are you speaking about the cycling bonus? Is that what you're talking about?
This
No.
is the matching. This is the
Match.
matching bonus.
Sorry, I call it
So
matching
yeah,
bonus.
Okay.
But this is you earn based on how much the people that you signed up earned. So if they earn more, so do you. Okay, and just a little representation that I made in the video that I made is that if you sign up 10 people and they sign up 10 people and they sign up 10 people, that's 1,000 people. Okay, because 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. Now as you reach like the different levels of this matching bonus, you can earn up to 20% of all these three generations. The first generation, the first 10 people is going to be 25%. And then the next generation under that, which are 90 other people, is going to be 20%. And then the one under that is going to be another 20%. These are like 900 and like 900 people remaining basically. So that like just imagine for a moment that in 1 week all of these people just make $100. Okay, they don't go all out and make like thousands of dollars like we've seen some people have here, but they just make $100. But all of them make $100. That's $100,000 total, and you earn 20% of that. So you earn $20,000 just because of what everyone else did in your team. So this is just a little representation of how like exponential this can go with the matching bonus, and really like this is it's really epic the fact that they removed the cap on it. So right now, no matter how much your downline earns, your first three levels you earn 20% and 25% like with no limits. So I think that this is going to be very very interesting, and I'm really looking forward to that change. Now, the other way that you can earn is through a retail sign up. So there are going to be some people who don't want to sign up as a distributor. They just want to get the products, and you get a commission on their order, basically. So I don't remember the exact amount, but if they order a retail product, you get a commission for that. And the fifth one, I mean, it's also whenever someone upgrades their package. So let's say someone started with bronze and then like they really love the patches because they're amazing, and they upgrade to silver or gold or whatever. Well, the difference, like the commission for bronze is $15, and for gold is it's $100 if I remember correctly. So if someone goes in bronze and they decide to upgrade to gold, then you get the difference of that. So
All
that's
right,
another.
Alec, just interrupt. So you're in a great example of this. We'll give a real life example. So you were silver. So I got $50 when you signed up, and that was straight after me, which was super smart. Now you got loads of VP. So I got $50 from your sign up to silver, and then I think it was a few days ago when you signed up to gold. Not to gold. You went from silver to diamond, and because I was a manager too, I would have got 200, I think, for that, and I got 250. I got a bit more because I was a manager, but you get because you upgraded every time someone upgrades their package, you get the difference. Just as when you upgrade your package size, you get the package size differences, so you get the difference in that package. So you're encouraging other people, and you want your team to upgrade. I mean, yes, you'll make more money from it, but then they can also hit the manager status and have all the things they need. So yeah,
Well,
you're in a great example.
it's the cheapest way to get the patches also, which I mean, if you're
right.
really in the business, you kind of have to give away patches and to like sell these pre-made detox packages or like samples even. And that's why like I decided to go for diamond, because now it gives me the opportunity to have a lot of patches that I can like let people test it out. And but also the great thing about diamond that they're really like pushing forward right now is the idea that when you sign up for diamond, you get 14 weeks that you're considered a senior director when it comes to the product introduction bonus. And what does that mean? It means that when someone signs as a diamond, there's $500 that's gifted to the upline. Okay. Now, the person who is the enroller, if he's not a senior director, I mean, if he's not a manager, he gets $200. He's a manager, he gets 250. If he's a director, I think it's 400.
So,
And
for example, I was a manager. I didn't get the full. If I was a diamond, I would have got your full amount, but I'm not. I
exactly.
didn't. So,
When you're
mhm.
diamond for the first 14 weeks, you get full $500 if someone signs up as a diamond. So technically, if you sign up and like spend, it's about 1,600 if I remember correctly, for diamond. Well, you need three people that sign as a diamond, and you basically earned what you spend again. So that's the way that, and I mean, it gives a lot of volume also, and there's a bunch of other advantages. But ultimately, like it's the cheapest way to get the patches, and at the same time, it gives you the opportunity to earn a lot more if people down you earn like a diamond. And also, for example, let's say someone under me is not a manager yet. If he signs up someone that signed up with diamond, he's gonna get 200, and I'm gonna get the difference basically. So that's another way. It's like you can earn again on what other people are doing. So there's so many ways to earn with this, and honestly, with the group that we have in place right now, it's really like a lot, like Harry did in the other video. It's like the more people you like invite to join the group, the better the results. It's basically a direct correlation. Like if you and so the way you do that is by creating curiosity posts, and then when people are interested, you invite them to the group, and then the group is basically like in place so that they're always going to get updates about how amazing results people are getting. So as people are getting amazing results, they're like, well, I too want to get these amazing results, right? So it's at some point it becomes like, it's never necessarily on the first time that most people buy it. I'm an exception. But most people, they require a few times before they actually decide to, okay, I think that this is good, this is for me, this is going to be helpful for me. But as they are in the group, they keep like the group, people post in the group testimonies and their experiences that are absolutely amazing. Like it's just phenomenal. And even Harry, that there's a few people that he enrolled that I that are under me that I saw like him enrolling them, and now I see their results, and I'm like blown away by just how everyone is getting like tremendous benefits from it. So that's why it's like it's really yeah, it's really wonderful that how the group is set up to allow people to share their experiences, and as they do so, well, other people are like, well, I want to, I want that too. And then you can search in the units and in the search function also for protocols for pretty much every single thing under the sun. So anyone
Right.
can just look for their symptoms that they're having and find a solution in the form of patches and a protocol that is like personalized for their particular issue. So it's ultimately the ultimate resource for anyone who wants to do the business is just invite people and tag them in the post. And I mean, if you know what they're dealing with and you see a post that is regarding that particular condition, then just tag them. And so that's why you see some posts with like 500 comments in there. It's because everyone's just tagging people.
Yeah,
So
that's so
this is
true.
this is a wonderful way to do the business side of it. And I
Yeah,
mean, you
thank.
can get
Alec, I just wanted to mention again in support of something that he covered is that I came in, I had no intention of even doing the marketing side of things. I just heard about the patches and was like, dude, this seems like really good tech. It seems like something that would help me out. So I can vouch for that. Nikki and I came in because the patches seemed very helpful for a lot of the things that we're dealing with. And after we were like, man, this stuff's awesome, learned how many patches, learned all the different placements and how powerful this stuff was. That's what made us interested in marketing it, because I was like, man, this is awesome. I would definitely share it with other people. And if I'm going to do that anyway, I might as well profit and then help them profit, help them get 40% off. So absolutely. I just wanted to support that a little bit.
No,
Alec.
and Jay, we appreciate you coming on board. Just as smart as Alec did. Alec recognized the opportunity to come under me. Very wise. So did you. And I do want to give the opportunity to Tammy's with us, and I think Tammy's results are phenomenal, and I'd love her to share, if she's open to it, how she's doing it and any advice she can give us, all of us, to learn on how to make more money, because that's what we're trying to do. We're all trying to grow our money base. It doesn't mean we're going to get 1,000 next week and be on that, but we want to improve. So Tammy, it would be a good opportunity if you could share with us how you're doing it and any tips you can give us.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
there you go.
I have my iridology group, so a lot of my interest comes from that. I do the curiosity posts and people comment on it, so then I invite them to the team learning, and then I tell them once they get into the team learning, if they'll let me know when they're in there, then I'll tag them in whatever post that they made a comment on. That way they can go see the protocols themselves. And then pretty soon after they've read a lot of the stuff, they end up asking me for my link. Then I give them my link, and I also send them, the grid that has the bronze, the silver, the gold. And I also send them the instructions on how to join, and let them know that they get a better price when they're a distributor. I also have joined very many different health groups because I'm interested in helping other people that I tend to get with my iridology readings, and I may not be fully aware of how things affect someone that's got mold disorders and things like that. So I've joined a bunch of these groups in the past, and when I see comments that people say, gee, what can I use to help me, get rid of this problem? Well, I'll make a comment like, have you tried phototherapy patches? And I just leave it at that. And they tend to message me, because in these groups, you usually cannot post, other marketing things, and you can't share that information. So that's a rule of thumb. You really can't. You got to dance around it. So I'm real good about just telling them, hey, message me and I'll give you some information, or I'll invite you to a private group. So that's pretty much all I'm just doing exactly what Joyce has outlined to do. And if you do just exactly what she has outlined, you're going to be successful. So just keep doing that.
That's great advice. Can I ask as well? So when you give them your links, are they sitting for a while and then coming to you later, or are you giving out a lot of links and noticing they're not signing up? Is it numbers for you that you're doing that is giving the signups, or are they just ignoring your link and they'll come later? How's that working?
Sometimes they do come later. Sometimes they do something immediately because they've been reading and they've already been in the group for a while. So they've gotten accustomed to it and they've understood it. So they're like, okay, I'm ready to buy. So they just
you're a beast, Tammy. I've got to say, this is a weird thing with synchronicities. We all know the energies are coming in. So Carrie told me about it ages ago. I signed up as a starter in February. I lost all my BV. Stupid move. I know. Actually, clever move. At least I did the starter. Smart move, Harry. So because I made you come under me, Tammy. Now you're on my downline, Tammy, which is amazing.
Right.
We'll talk about it in a bit. So yeah, but here's the thing. When I got active, ironically, was almost the same time and date. I was May 18th. I think, Tammy, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you start May 18th around that time? Really going with this? Wow. Okay. So me and you started this is not a coincidence either. So we started at the same time. So I checked, you're on my downline team because I signed up in February, even though I wasn't active, lost a low BB. And I've looked and you've got like 70 plus sponsors in 7 weeks. That's absolutely crazy. That is really crazy. That's like more than one person a day nonstop for 7 weeks. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I go back to the money thing. Okay, it's slowing down, right? And you're making good money from that. But guess what? Carrie's making money because we talked about the cycling. I don't know what your cycling is like, Tammy, but I'm assuming you make maybe 2 or 3 cycles at least a week. Carrie's making, remember we said, guys, about the matching bonus? So Carrie is the sponsor of Tammy, and she's first generation. She'll get 25% of everything, every cycle. So say Tammy makes $400. That's 8 cycles a week, which is probably what you're doing anyway. Do you want to say how many cycles, for example, you make a week? Roughly?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I haven't looked into it.
That's a great point. Here's a great point. Like Carrie told me this. Everyone, when you start making money, even small amounts, you can all check. Go on your back office and the commissions. Click on it to view all the commissions for that week. On each week's one, at the bottom, you can open up and it will tell you exactly what it is, whether it was retail, like Alex said, like matching bonus, whether it was the upgrades. You can find out. This is really important information if you want to start making more money, because you'll figure out, it will incentivize you to make more money. That's what I started doing since Carrie told me. I'm always looking, okay, I made extra 100. That's cool. Where'd I make it from? And for example, I think Nathan upgraded twice or 3 times now. I think you're on platinum now. So I'm like, oh, cool. Nathan's upgraded. I can tell. And now I can support him because now I know he's going to have more patches and That's how it works. I'm not sure where I was going with that point. I can talk about a lot of things for.
You were telling us about the actual in your back office. So
The
we're in
matching
our back
commission.
office.
Right. Yes. So
Yep.
that's really important information for everyone to know. They go into your back office, commissions view all, and every week, and even like if you've never done this before, all the ones before, have a look at where your money's been growing. Be curious. Like find out what is it. Fast start bonus. Alec, when he went from silver to platinum, I saw $250 extra. It came under fast start bonus. Opened it up. Alec Dumas. It tells me who's done it, and also what I just said with Tammy's making a lot of cycles because of what she's doing, and Carrie's getting 25% of that. That will come up in Carrie's information. It will say, oh, she's got an extra bit of money. You'll be like, oh, 25% of everything Tammy's working. So Carrie knows how much, as a downline she's sponsored. She knows, and me too, she knows how much we're cycling because she makes 25% of that. It's absolutely amazing. I'm receiving benefits from Tammy, not in the match. I didn't sign you up, Tammy, but I'm on my downline, so I don't receive benefits from you in terms of matching bonuses, but you're so powerful on my right side. You're creating massive volume of BV that's ridiculous. I'm like 12,000 BV. I've done nothing. I put 2 or 3 people there. It's all Tammy's work and Carrie's too. You've both been dropping so many people on that side that it's now my strong leg, and it's an amazing system where we all get to work together, and I friggin' love it. It's just the best.
It absolutely is amazing because I've literally done nothing. I've signed 2 people up and upgraded to gold, and I've cycled 3 times.
Yeah, there we go. Free cycles. Cool.
Yeah, I cycled again today.
Oh, wow. And
Yeah,
example,
that's awesome.
KJ's your sponsor, right? Summer, I think
Yeah.
it's KJ. Yeah, so KJ
I have
makes
38 people underneath me,
wow.
and only 2 of those are mine.
Whoa, who's giving you that? KJ?
I think so. KJ or you or
No, not
Tammy
me.
or
Not me.
Carrie Ann.
No, Tammy and me are not on your side. We're on the other side.
Okay, last week the cycle bonus was $350. I don't know what that means.
Right. Okay. That means $300. You cycled 7 times. You got enough volume. You got on the left leg, which is 330 for each one. You times that by 7. You must have had 7 times 330 on the weak leg. So you must have had what 7 2 point. You must have had at least 3,000 on the weak leg, and double that on the other leg to cycle, which benefited you. Carrie gets 25% of that, and her upline Joyce. I think, is that correct, guys? Joyce would get the 20% of Tammy's. Is that how it works?
I think on the 2 other ones, you make 20% of their volume. I'm not sure, because for the bonuses, like for example, for every $100 that my direct downlines make, I make $25 matching cycle bonus.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure that the ones that above you, so even who signed you up, Carrie, is Joyce. So Joyce would make 20% off. Yeah, Joyce. Do you see how deep this works with the 3 generations, guys? As soon as you start building a little team, you're creating a 1st generation, 2nd generation, 3rd generation of people, and you are encouraged, incentivized to get people on your team signing up other people, so it helps you financially, and you can start cycling and making loads of money. Like Carrie, do you want to talk about? I reckon a lot of your money's coming in from cycling. You're making quite a lot now. So where's the? Do you know off the top of your head where the majority of your money is coming on a weekly basis?
My cycling.
Yours?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So you're cycling from a lot of your strong downlines on one side, and your team basically is doing the cycling for you with the BD.
So the volume comes from the top and the bottom. So it adds both ways. So you're making money off of your signups and the person who signed you up.
Wow.
And the people above them. So it's really a team effort. It's really a team-based company.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I think that I really find amazing. It's really like everyone is working together for the benefit of all ultimately, because these batches are really good, and it just like the money right now we're kind of focused on that in this meeting, but it's ultimately a byproduct of a wonderful product that actually changes people's lives. So I mean, to know that we're a part of this like together it's just so wonderful, because it allows us to really not only change the world but change ourselves also in the process, and create this financial abundance at the same time. So it's
also too, like, you know, it encourages the people that you sign up. You want them to have a good result with the patches. You want them to keep patching. You want them to keep using these amazing things that are going to be benefiting them. And if they're not using them properly, or they don't know how to use them, they might return them, which then you get that taken out of your commission. So if you see your commission go down, somebody was not being coached properly on how to use patches and get the most out of them. So we want to teach people, here's how you get the most out of your patches based on your symptoms. Like, you want to actually coach them. And that's why this was set up in this way, to encourage that coaching and teaching your people how to actually use the patches. And hopefully they know how to go through the Lifewave team learning group and find, you know, the solutions to their problems and what protocols to go on.
Yeah, literally the groups are set up for our success. All we need to think about is getting one person on either side of your leg, and then you can go on your weaker leg and start putting people building left. I hope everyone knows that by now. If you don't, message Alec, Carrie, or me, or anyone, or Tammy even. Build left, build right. We need to know the difference between building a weaker leg once you've got 2 on the system, and then you can start making a lot of money. Now, one thing I do want to emphasize that Alec mentioned about my video that's super important. Like, I figured it out because now we got the spreadsheet that I can access. It was just Carrie and the admin before, and Joyce. But I literally, if you want to start making more money, then it's a numbers game. I don't want to be like that, but I mean, if you really want to help people, it's 2 things. You want to make more money and help people. It's a numbers game, and that's how I played it to make money. Like 800 last week, 1,000. I mean, that's a lot to me. Like, holy shit. And how I did it is I checked on the spreadsheet, and you can type in not just other people you've added, but guess what? I thought, why don't I type in my own name? Why don't I type in Harry and see how many I've added? Then I was like, oh, I wonder how many Tammy's added. Oh, I wonder how many Carrie's added. I wonder how Alex wanted. I wonder how many Jay's added. How many everyone's added. And what I found a correlation is absolute fact. What I just said. Like, it's a numbers game. The more people you add, the more money you'll make. Now, listen, say you don't have a big audience like Tammy's Iridology Group. I have trust. People listen to me. Say you don't have this. I've also got some good news for you. You can play the game of how many days are there in a year? 365 days. If you invite 2 people a day, that's 700 people. But consistency is what I'm saying. You add in 2 people a day for like 365, just every single day. It doesn't sound a lot. Guess what? By the end of the year, who's winning? I've added in 440 people. You'd be adding in by the end of it more people than me. Double that. If you just focused on 2 a day by the end of it, you're laughing. You'll be making more money than my 1,000. My 1,000 will look like nothing to you. You'll be on Joyce's money, 3,000-4,000. So what I really want to emphasize is, if you don't have the audience, plug away at it and just keep doing the posts and be persistent, and don't think like, oh, he's adding 20 people, I've added way less. No, don't play that game. Play the game of, oh, I'm adding 2 a day. Play the long game, because it will add up over time. Guys, we're all in this to make a lot of money from the company and help a lot and change a lot of lives. If you play the long game, you will win. We are going places. Not only is Alex give us hope, the new system, talk about the new system, about how it's infinite depth, and as we stay in the system, we're just going to infinite downlines. Look at our downline numbers. I'm at 150 rep count. I checked on Tammy. She's got 100 rep count. Carrie Ann, what's your rep count? What's your number?
I don't even know.
It's ridiculous. Alex got like 30, and most of them are like from me. Like, if you stay in the team, it's just going to go infinite depth of BV, so you can cycle more. God knows, guys. I'm going to be honest here. God knows what kind of money we're all going to be making in 1 year from now if we stick with it. Yeah. If we stick with it. If you fall out and stop adding people, you're not going to win. But if you keep just a little persistency, I mean this, like, it's going to be ridiculous. Like summer as well. Like, it won't take you more than a few months to be on $1,000, in my opinion, a month.
Right. And
right?
I'm thinking I'll be there next month.
Right. And here's the thing is, you sign somebody up, you're making 25% of their commission. So for every $100 Harry makes, for example, I make $25 off of that. He signed up Alex. So for every $100 Alex makes, I'm making $20 of that. So there's every time they both sell something, you know, and then whoever Alex signs up, that's 3 generations of you making at least 20% of their sales.
Yeah, it's all about the cycling. And I didn't know that, Carrie Ann, most of your money comes from cycling. It makes sense. And most of Joyce's money comes from the cycling of her downlines. She's got powerful people under you. Listen, every person under your downline is powerful, but there's something called builders. I'm a builder. Alex, a future builder. Tammy's a builder. There's people. Builders are basically people that care enough to want to and have the ability to invite people to the group. How simple is that? We just invite a lot of people into the group and we sign people up. When you get a few builders on your downline, my God, will your money kick off? That's where Joyce makes most of money. Because, by the way, I don't mean to criticize Joyce. She's a beautiful person. She's set up a great group, but she doesn't teach. She doesn't coach us like we're doing to you guys now. I mean, the units are there, so she does in a way, but she doesn't have the time, I think, to do it one-to-one. So how she makes her money is through cycling, because she's got powerful people under her.
Cycling, because you're getting matching bonuses off of every cycle that your downlines your two downlines. And then you're also making commissions on the bonus commissions for product introduction bonuses. There's, you know, the cycle matching bonuses. There's so many bonuses. It's ridiculous. You start looking at your like commission and the breakdown. It's like, where did this come from? I don't even know this person, and I'm making some money off of their sales. So, you know, and you just randomly see people who's like, wow, you know, the results are getting, these patches gave me my life back. And that's as a result of you introducing somebody who introduced them to the patches. And that's, you know, runs back up to you as like, you were the cause of this person getting their life back because you introduced the person who introduced them.
Yeah. I want to add not to give up on people, because as a great story, Carrie Ann kept on at me for since August. And it took me 5 months before I put the $30 down for the starter. It took me another 3 months to join Tammy and start really signing people up. So yeah, please do not procrastinate. I would like to give a chance for anyone to ask questions. This is a mastermind group, so anyone's got questions, anything to add in terms of value that can help the team, or anything they're learning that can give us, we can all learn from, please let's open up the floor and let's just raise the vibe so we can raise each other's money. So we're all here to help.
Well, I mean, I could just, I wanted to say just a little quick bit about the thing that I'm going to be doing now with like local marketing, and because it's one thing to have the online one, but also a local one. I kind of like, my idea was to create a curiosity post in a form of a t-shirt. So that's I have it here. Like, this is the one that I did, but ultimately it's like just walking around with that, and then people see the patches, and like what it says is that using light to heal. Then there's the logo with like electricity kind of looking, and then it's ask me how. So my intention is that I'm going to be walking around with that in parks and things, and some people might ask me like how, and suppose there's only one people that ask me in a week. Turns out that this person becomes a builder, then it's going to be worth it to just have that, right? So that's just one little strategy that I'm using. Sometimes it's possible to get creative with the ways that we do things. Ultimately, there's a lot that we can use our mind to come up with new ways of doing this. So that's just what I wanted to share.
Thanks, Alex.
I guess I have a question
Yes.
about the left leg, right leg building situation. So I read that we want to have 80% on the left leg and 20% on the right leg.
No. It's 80% on your weak leg. No, it's not left and right, because everyone's got different weak left and right legs. It's 80% on your weak leg, which is different to everyone, and 20% on your strong leg, right? So Nathan, I'm saying that is because it's not left or right, because you might be on a different leg to someone's side to someone else. So you'll know your strong leg because it's the one you've got more BV on, because your sponsors are doing all the work. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to focus on building my right leg.
Yeah, and by the way, Nathan, I know what it's top of your head. So I built left for you, and your left is strong because of me, so you need to build in your right. I mean, once you've got the first two on either side, that's a priority. First two, I think you've signed up people, I can't remember, but you're doing well, and you're nearly going to cycle too, which is awesome. Get $50 if you haven't already. You're on it. So yeah, get 2 people on either side, and then go on right. Put them on build right, and start focusing in on your weak side, your right hand side.
Okay, good, because the lady that I signed up, who's the owner of the Holistic Health Spa, she signed up on my right, and I was like, oh no, did she need to sign up on my left? What am I doing? Oh gosh.
That's good. Oh, that's another rule. Joyce said something that resonated with me. So if you want to help yourself, you put them on your strong leg. If you want to help them, is that correct? No. If you want to put them on your, to help them, you put them on your strong leg. That's right. You put them on a strong leg. If you want to help them, if you want to help yourself, put them on the weak leg. So it's okay. You've helped yourself, and that's a smart move. You put a powerful person on the right hand side because you've got loads on the left. So
if I can just share with that what you just said, Harry, like ultimately the way I see it, it's like if you put people in your strong leg, it's basically your upline is going to be building their downline. If you put people on your weak leg, you are going to be building their downline. So like depending on and that can go both ways. Like maybe you're going to outperform your upline. That's very possible. And if that's the case, then
that's so true. Then it's no more strong leg, weak leg stuff. And it's like, yeah, you've muddied the waters a little bit in a good way. Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, but Nathan, you're doing amazing, by the way, and that's another thing too. I want to emphasize this. It is a numbers game. Don't get me wrong, but also like when Nathan, is that your first person you signed up? That's like probably going to be a powerful person. Like I signed up people and they're powerful too, but it's connections at the end of the day, because you guys all know in real life, you have friends that will listen to you and trust you, and they might be in chiropractors, radiologists, holistic health coaches. You get one of those, as Alec mentioned, you get one of those. They often do a lot of work for you, train them, and they see the results themselves, and they tell their people and their practices. That's a game changer for your income when you find one person. So it's not even about, it's paradox. It is a numbers
And
game.
that's my goal.
Also,
That's exactly my goal, is to get the chiropractors, the holistic health people underneath me. So
That's a very powerful strategy.
I wanted to point out something too. We shouldn't feel bad for talking a lot about the money in the business calls and stuff, because like for people like me, that's one thing that is changing my life. The commissions that I'm making are literally what's going to take me out of a hotel and have a house for my family. So that's one way that the patches themselves are changing my life.
Yes, and I think, you know, with the network marketing thing, I've had to get on to, you know, so many even of my friends that, you know, are like, oh, you're involved with MLM stuff. And it's like, you know, you'll go to Amazon, you'll go to Best Buy, you'll go to wherever, and you'll buy shit from people. Like, what's the difference? You'll go buy a car from somebody in commission. Why won't you buy something from a friend or a family member?
But
So
this is not an MLM. It's a compound marketing company.
it's even better.
So it's different.
And not only that, I did a post earlier which I stole from Farusha. That's amazing. Like everyone's in the M&L. You realize that, don't we, guys? 9-to-5 job people. What are you doing? There's a manager, and there's sub managers, and then there's you as a little person. Every single job in the world is an M&M. So that's my argument. That was a great meme. You guys should check it out.
Yeah, it's true. That was a good one.
I noticed one thing. Oh, I'm sorry. One thing that's powerful for people too is to remind them. I've had a lot of people that as soon as they realize that the company asks for money for their product, they think that it's a scam. And I'm like, you know, I'm so sorry that we're not able to give this to you for free, and that nobody wants to recoup manufacturing costs and research and marketing and all that, you know, but everything has an overhead. You know what I mean? If you want healing stuff for free, you know, stick with meditating, fasting, sun gazing, grounding, you know.
So true.
Somebody asked, Pam asked, can a downline person be moved from one leg to another? Yes, they can. You can call Lifewave, and it costs $50 if they don't already have a bunch of people underneath them.
Unless unless it's within 5 days, and then it's free, I believe, right? Within 5 days, you can move it for free.
If it's within 5 days, you can move it for free.
So if you think, guys, if you think you put someone in the wrong place, don't be afraid to ask a question to either even people that are not on your team, upline, downline. Please ask the question, have I put them in the right place? Because we'd rather you know you put them in the right place. Because guess what? I've seen other people in Lifewave that aren't members of my team say, damn it, after my videos say, I put someone in the wrong place. I would have been making commissions if I don't. So in other words, what I'm saying is please make sure with people that know that you put them in the right place if you don't know what you're doing, and just to, even if you do know what you're doing, just to clarify so that you know you've got them set up the tree. So like we said, left and right, you want 2 on opposite, your first 2 signups, and then 80% on your weaker leg and 20% on the stronger. And yeah, you can build from there. It's so important to do that.
And then when you do sign people up, tell them to start building the opposite leg that you're building. So say I'm building right, I'm going to tell everyone build left, because I'm building their right side by my building my right side. So then they have to just focus on their left to start.
Yeah.
I actually have 2 questions. This is Sigal. I would like to be a manager, and I need another 1 silver to be a manager. And so I thought the last month that I will be there because I have 4 silvers, but seems that, you know, I didn't know that I have to, I mean, I knew, but I thought that I put the right person on the right side, but seems to me that wasn't. So now the 4th one I put on the right one, on the right side, and but I still need another one. So that's the one question. The other question is, do I get paid for what I purchase myself?
You do get volume on your own purchase. So
and the volume counts towards a cycle. Yeah. And by the way,
do I get paid for that? Do I get paid for what I purchase myself?
You get volume.
You do in a way.
Yeah.
The volume means that you're going to cycle whichever leg it's on.
Yeah.
So that volume helps you to get paid with cycling.
Yeah.
So it's not immediate cash, but it is like cash down the road type thing.
Yeah, and Sigal, I've seen your tree because Tammy's in my downline and so are you. So I looked at Tammy's other side of signups, and yeah, I could see that you were doing it wrong. I think I told you that 2-3 weeks ago that you were, because I could see, because also I can check, you can check your downline. You can check, it's so amazing, the tree. I'm fascinated. Guys, if you want to learn more, just go and study your binary tree, and don't even study your numbers. Go and study other people's numbers. You'll have an understanding. So what I can do is I can look at Tammy's rep count. I can look at her BV, so I can know when she's going to cycle. For my team too, I can look at when to cycle. But for you, I can look at, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I can look at how many people personally sponsored. So I can then look, okay, so Sigal's got 4 people, and then I can go, I can click on you, and I can see, oh, but where's the people? Because I can't see 2 legs. Sigal's got 4 people on the wrong leg. There's a leg missing here. She signed up 4 people, I know, because it says, but where are they? So I knew you were doing it wrong. That's why I told you 2 weeks. You can study everyone in your downline team as you build them, that you personally sponsored, and help them out that way. I know Nathan's stuff. I know who else is watching here that's on my downline team. Like, I know everything. I know everyone's, and I'm studying every day. I know when Nathan's going to cycle. I know all this stuff, and I can help them out. And it's my interest for you guys to make more money, because I get the 25% too. I don't even care about that, to be honest. I just want you guys to make more money. So I'm like, hey, you're doing it wrong. You know, change up your. It's okay, because I was confused when I'll be honest. I was confused. I think it is quite confusing if you're new to this. This is the problem with the business, I feel. I know Alex maybe is smart than us in a way, because he knew it straight away, but I didn't. It took me a long time to figure this stuff out. And I think, as Carrie Ann said before, I don't think any of us fully understand. There's a lot of things we don't, but we do understand a lot of good things. And it's so important to explain to your team, once you start signing up, about this stuff, left, right, put them in the right place, explain cycling, and encourages them. Tell them it's a team effort. And as Carrie said, it's commissions based, and it's endless downlines. If we stay with the company for a year, I mean, I'm not even joking. Like I said, summer's not going to take long to be on 1,000. None of you are going to take long to be on 1,000, 2,000, and then we can just keep building. It's just a building effort,
Right.
and this company's only getting bigger.
I still didn't understand, Harry, how can I be a manager? Because I was told
You
to
just-
build the left leg, and I did that. And then I thought that, I have 4 silver, so how come I'm not a manager yet? So then
You
I
need
decided,
2 silvers
I
on
know.
one leg and 2 silvers on the other leg.
I know,
So
but
2
if you
silvers
say
on each leg.
I know, but if you say that my sponsor will help me to build the other leg, the right one, I don't see that.
I'm thinking that means
Well,
you
you're
need
not-
2 personally enrolled on each leg at first.
Yeah.
Most comp plans
Mhm.
work. You need
Yeah.
2 personally enrolled. So you need to put 2 people on each leg, 2 silvers on each leg, and then from there, after that, build that left leg. Focus
Right.
on that.
Right.
But first,
Mhm.
It is a team effort, but you have to sign up at least one, 2 people to make money. So we can't lie to people. You can have one massive. There's so many people on the downlines. If you have a look, that have just got me and Tammy's left and right putting people on their leg, but they don't sign anyone up. So it's kind of a waste in terms of their money potential, because you can have a massive leg of like 10,000 BV on one side and have 0 on the other, because you've not signed anyone up on the other side, so you won't cycle. So unless you get 1 or
Right.
2 on.
Okay, so
For example, there's somebody under my leg that has, like, if you counted it up, $4,500 worth of cycling that they're not doing anything with, because they don't want to sign anybody up. All they would need is one person and build their weak leg, and $4,500 in cash would be theirs. That easy, because of me building their strong leg and Joyce building their strong leg and all their uplines. So it's not even anybody from their downline, because they're not signing anybody up. But that volume is just sitting there. They're active every month. Every time they buy, they're putting it on their strong leg. This is
They're helping you by being active. They're giving you volume.
but they're not helping themselves.
Yeah.
So what are the
I have
implications if-
36 people on the left side, and I just see that the left side is only built up.
Yeah.
It's not the right one.
That's because
No,
that's
it's
the
Tammy. That's
strong
Tammy
leg.
Sigal. Tammy's your sponsor, and Tammy's been doing it. I've seen it. Tammy's just put. It's only Tammy. Only Tammy's been putting down your side of the tree, and that's how many she's been doing. So it's
Okay.
absolutely imperative for. Who else is there? Someone else on your team that I can't remember off the top of my head that's the same.
But you
Tammy
need
signed up.
2 personally sponsored sign-up silvers in order to become a manager. So it doesn't. It's not
It
your
doesn't-
up. What's that?
I need another one.
Yeah,
From the
just
right.
one more.
Yeah.
So what are the implications if we don't meet that manager rank by the change in the compensation
That's a
plan?
great question. So one of the things with the new system, this is one easy way to look at it, and it's absolute truth and what's going to happen next month. And Alex said it's amazing things, but you need to get to manager ASAP if you want to make, because if you don't get to manager ASAP, that's going to hold back. And as Carrie said, the primary way Joyce and her are making money, if they're being honest, is the cycling, right? And before, now with the new cap, if you aren't a manager, you can only cycle $100. Now that is a lot, don't get me wrong, but there's a limit to 2 cycles a week unless you're a manager. So it's absolutely imperative if you want to grow that you get to the manager. Sigal's nearly there, and Nathan, you'll get there too. 2 silvers on either side, manager, and then you can have like limits. What is it, guys? 2,500? No, it's more than that. It's some ridiculous 25,000. I can't remember the limit once you're a manager. Just manager.
Manager is 1,500.
Was that 1,500 only? No, I think it's more than that.
No,
Yeah.
it becomes 1,500.
That's what the email said. It was
Okay, that's.
But you don't.
For manager.
You're not losing any of that volume if you stay active. It just rolls over to the next week. So you make 2 cycles.
True. That's a true point.
You're
Yeah.
eligible for the unlimited match. Okay.
Yeah. It does roll over, but you're still limited if you're not a manager to $100 a week cycling. And I've made like 300 cycles, 400 cycles every week for the 2 weeks, and it might go down. But I mean, that would limit me if I wasn't a manager. I can only have 100. So that's what you've got to focus on. Also, I think that you have to be a manager to do the matching bonuses now. It's a better system. Yeah, that's correct. So yeah,
I can share my screen just a little bit. I have the email so that we can see like.
Sure.
So like, do you see my screen right now? This is the new like thingy, right? So maximum weekly binary commission, bronze to diamond. If you're not a manager, it's $100 per week. So that's the limitation there. But as soon as you become manager, then it's 1,500, and then I mean it goes up all the way to 25,000 a week, which is pretty interesting. But that's the thing here. Weekly matching bonuses. That's the 25% first generation, 20% second generation, 20% third generation. There's no limit. There used to be the same limit as like these here, but it was a different limit than that. But there used to be a limit here also, but now there's no limit. So that means like it's abundance, straight up.
Yeah, this is an amazing.
Okay, so this is the new system that they just sent out.
I have a question.
Is it breaking up? Summer's one.
And maybe write it down, Summer, the question, because we can't hear you.
Nathan, do you want to say something?
I said, was that the new plan that you just showed on the screenshot there?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Joyce
that
updated that.
Okay, so worst comes to worst, if I don't meet that manager position by August, which I've already got, I think, 2 silver prospects, but I'm gonna have trouble finding another 2 maybe. I don't know. So if I don't make that, then if I do make it in August, then that's basically what I have to look forward to at this point.
Yeah, you maximize your cycling from $100, which is a lot, don't get me wrong, but you're limited in that regard. And like we said earlier, to remind you, Joyce and Harry and myself, the most of the money we make is from cycling. It's super important, and from first generation, second generation. So everyone should really aim for that. That's the goal that everyone should get to if they really want to start making serious money. And that's all you need to do but to get to manager, obviously you need 4 signups. You need 2 silver, focus, and you get there. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but like I said earlier, if you add 2 random people on Facebook, or even cold invite sometimes, I don't recommend it, but you can try it, and try that route. Just if add 2 people a year, you've got 700 people in the group, man, this game is going to be so easy for you guys. If you play the long game, don't get frustrated because you're not getting the results. And I can speak for myself sometimes, because I'm like, I want more now. I want raw results. And I got to get myself out the idea of that and play the long game, because ultimately if you stay with this company, you're just going to keep adding loads of people into the group, and it's a game changer. One thing I'll add too is Christine has added 700 people into the group, and she makes like 3,000 a week. So that's more evidence to me. Literally, the more people you invite into the group, the more nice and genuine you are, and the more you care, because that's ultimately what it is. I mean, people are downlines that aren't signing up other people. It's not they don't care, but I look at it as kind of selfish. Like, why are you not trying to help other people? Like, come on, this is a game changer for your health. Help other people, please. Promote it. Don't just do it for yourself. Like.
And also, since as I shared, and like I can go share it again, just one quick second, but since it's the paid as rank, see here it says paid as, well, when you buy diamond, you get the paid as rank of a senior director for 14 weeks. So I think that this is going to allow us to be like getting these commissions without necessarily being a manager. I mean,
Right.
if
Yes,
you're
it
not a
does.
manager, you're not really going to be getting these commissions, but still, it allows you to also have the weekly matching bonus if you get a diamond package. So that's pretty neat.
Right.
Yeah. Anyone else? Questions? Anyone that's?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Hey, so sorry, I got into this call a little bit later. It may have already been answered, but exactly how long has this company been around in this form, and how many countries is it in?
Gary?
It's been around they just had their 15-year anniversary. So it's been around for a while now, but, you know, it's an alternative therapy that's not approved by the FDA because it actually reverses problems for people. So they can't exactly go out and say, you know, they cure something. So it's been a slow, you know, growth, but now it's really exploding because social media and everybody is like reversing all their issues. They're, you know, having all these things that it's helping. So it's really been exploding, especially this past year. I mean, May was their biggest year yet, biggest month yet.
It was me and Tammy. It was me and Tammy mainly.
Yeah.
It was just us two.
May was their biggest sales month.
So they've been around for 15 years, but have they been around as the network marketing?
They just hired a marketing company. So I think that has a lot to do with it too, because they've gotten better at, like, you know, creating all these different things that will help people to sell the product.
But were they a network marketing company before? Is a question.
Yeah, it was set up. It was set up as that type of system.
Okay, cool. And did you say how many countries it's available in currently?
I think it's over 100. Not 200. It's 124. Is that correct? 124 is around that number, I've heard.
Yeah, most major countries it's available in. It's not available in India yet, as I know, Pakistan.
A lot of African countries, no.
Yeah, they're working on adding it to every country. I mean, it takes.
And also, I might add, we got ways around that, guys. You can buy it retail, wholesale from yourself, and send it yourself and ship it out to people. That's the way around it. Ship it out to them direct. Go buy them the patches they want. Give them the prices, and then send it out to them directly. So you're sorted. You can do that.
Or you could use a relay service. There's many places that online companies that, like, for example, it's US based, and you just ship it to their address, and then they ship to their address. I think that's an easy process.
Yeah. Okay, so someone wants to know, the question is about the weekly matching bonus. I think we covered weekly matching bonus. Yeah, the weekly matching bonus.
I just didn't understand.
Okay, so really simply, the matching bonus is all about cycling. And like we said earlier, Carrie and Joyce, and where you make the big money, right? Let's focus, guys. The way we make the big money is through cycling. So that's through business volume. So every time you cycle $50, your personal sponsor makes 25%. So Summer, KJ makes 25% of your money. Now, if you go down and you sign up people that are cycling themselves eventually, you'll make 25% of them. Now they go and sign someone else. Your friend that you signed up signs up someone else. So you don't even know this person, but it's your friend you signed up, signed someone else. You're going to make, when they cycle, you're going to make 20% of that. And if they sign up someone else, so it's now your friend you signed up, who signed up a friend, that's third generation, you'll make 20% of when they cycle. And that's how it works. And that includes, imagine if you get a team of like even 5-10 personal sponsors, and they're just cycling like $100, only $100 a week. You're making $25 off all of them. Do you hear what I said, guys? Use 10 sponsors, or 10 sponsors that they aren't particularly powerful, but they're just doing their thing. And, you know, they're cycling twice, which is easy, $100. You're making $25 off all of them. Awesome. That adds up over time. Boom. And that's where the matching bonus is so amazing. And that's where Carrie's making
money.
So
that's why I'm not seeing it yet.
Right.
It's nobody under me is cycling.
Right. Look how Carrie's doing. I know for the top of my head, she's got myself, she's got Tammy, she's got KJ. There's 3 people that are cycling a lot now. So she's making 25% off all of us. Like I made 450 cycle last week, so she's making 25%. She made $100 off me. KJ, God knows, Tammy, I don't know. There's a ridiculous amount. It adds up over time. $100. You got 3 powerful people. Everyone, and all the little people are cycling $50. You're getting 25% off them, and they're second generations. Look at this. When Nathan cycles, so Nathan will cycle. I get $50. I'll make 25%. That's $12.50. Not much. Carrie is also going to make Carrie's my sponsor, but Carrie's second generation is Nathan. So Nathan's connected to Carrie through me. I signed up Nathan, but Carrie's going to get 20% off when Nathan cycles. How amazing is that? She didn't even sign him up. Now they know each other, but it was my sign up. See how it works? Second generation. Joyce signed up Carrie, so Joyce makes 25% off Nathan when Nathan cycles. And by the way, guys, that's how Joyce knows. I finally figured it out. Like she writes down lists of who's cycling, and she knows that because she's making money off you guys, of us. It's great. She's making 25 and 20% of us, second generation, third generation.
So for example, like last week, I cycled just me, not matching cycles, $800 off of my volume. So Joyce made $200 of that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just for signing me up.
That's just one person.
That's just me. That's not
insane.
even the people that I signed up. She made $200 off of my cycle.
Wow. And your cycling was primarily
how many other people she's cycling.
And just to add, your cycling wasn't necessarily you signing up loads of people now because you've got a lot of people under you. It was more like just volume of people that you've got doing the
volume
work
that it has
both
gotten
now.
built up.
It's like,
cycle is from volume from above you and below you.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolute key focus. I think that when we do business calls again, we need to get to everyone's head the idea of cycling is truly where the money's at. The upgrades are cool and all that stuff, and it's great. We want everyone on platinum, diamond for sure. And you do make money from their system, but it's the cycling that makes the big money, and we'll all get there. And yeah, it's really powerful and encouraging. That's why I want my team to cycle. I'm like, oh, cool, I make a little money, but also I want you guys to make money too. And that cycling is so awesome, and it's so powerful, and yeah, it's a joke.
Hey guys, I would love to share. It's been hard to like jump in because it's been constant. But I think one thing, I think one thing, and everything's been good, you know, everything.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, that's really bad. Like, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Somebody was calling me. I'm like, no, I'm finally talking. So I have a vision board. But I think this is, you know, you guys are hitting the spots with, you know, how we're making it, how we're cycling and all that. But this is really about relationship building. And that's really important for me. So we can invite all these people in and we can sign them up. But it's really about maintaining that relationship. You're having to check in with these people. How are you doing with Lifewave? How's the patching going for you? How can I help assist you and tagging you in posts? Like, what can we tackle next together? This relationship building is actually what's going to be the core of building your business, because we can sign up all the people we want and they try patches and some might drop off. So I think adding to everything Harry and everybody's saying is really about maintaining those relationships. I did Young Living for 5 years, and I'm telling you the relationship piece was probably one of the biggest pieces.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I was saying about how, you know, if they do return the patches because they're not getting the result they wanted, because they're not getting the coaching they need, then you're losing commission on top of that. So they're losing their ability to heal themselves because they're getting discouraged because they're not using the right patches for their specific issues. So it is very, very important to coach and have your upline coach if you can't do it, or have their upline, because they are making money off of you. So that's why I posted in the group, reach out to your upline and their upline and their upline, because they are responsible. They're making money off of you. So they reach out to them and make use of that fact that they are like, reach out to Joyce, you know, if you're down under me and under them and I don't have the answer, I'm not available. You know, that's one of the reasons why I created that chat group, is so that we can all support each other and help each other find answers. Because, you know, like I didn't have that when I signed up, and I had to spend all this time like researching everything. And, you know, I didn't have the support and the coaching that we all have together here, which is, you know, invaluable. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Right. No. No, I was just going to say that's just the only added piece. And then I would say for everybody to do some type of vision board because, as Harry was saying, strategically, what you want to do is when you build your team, you're going to build your team at mass volumes. But really, it's about the new manager and director, Joyce, has been just sharing on a binary level. I don't think she ever actually built builders, which is now going to, like on August 1st, she's only a director, you guys. You know what I mean? So
no way. I thought she was higher than that. Wow. Only a director. Is that true?
So she's making that money off of just sharing. She's been sharing for 4 years. But us coming into this with this cap on August 1st, our vision board has to look like, what do I need to do to make manager? Boom, done it. Now I need to know I need to have 2 builders come on each side of my leg in order for me to be a director, right? You want to build 2 people to become a manager. Start there. And then start building your teams and people because you want to get to that at least minimally at that level because then you'll just build from that point. So I don't know. That's the way I'm doing it on my vision board and then just loving on my people and just being there. So I just wanted to share.
I love that advice. Like vision
Can
boards
you
and
give us a
visualization.
picture of your vision board, Christina? Sorry.
Yes, you can post
like
it
in the group chat.
Yeah. I'll post it for you guys.
Definitely. And visualization is the key to it.
And it's great that we have, this group because we can all help support each other and we're growing together. And, anybody, it's great to have that support with each other. And we are building relationships here. We're building friendships, lifelong friendships. Yeah. And we're helping people together, which is amazing.
Yeah, part of the reason why I've done well is because I actually care about people and people trust me and I do care and I'm always I try my best. I'm not perfect with it, but I'm getting better and I'm very aware of what you said, Christina. It's so key. Relationships are absolutely key. If you just think it's all about the money and just fling them off and never to find out how they're doing with the patches, what the hell are you doing here, guys? They won't care about it. They might not even get the results from it because you're not tweaking and twerking with them. So relationships is everything in this business. And yes, it's a paradox because you need to hear the paradox too of numbers game. It is numbers and abundance of health, happiness, and people invite in the group, but also it's generally, do you care? And ultimately, when you invite people into a group, they'll sell themselves because they are amazing, and that is abundance. And we are truly blessed in this time, and I'm blessed to know you all, and let's keep growing and let's keep masterminding. If anyone wants to chip in at all with ideas, I know that I can learn from everybody. Everyone can. Doesn't matter what stage of money you are at this game, and we can all grow. And one thing I'd like to add too is with Joyce, I agree, Christina, she's not, she's got the units there, and I guess she doesn't have the time, but she's not great. Her weakness is she's not great at nurturing relationships with people, I feel. So she's played the numbers game. She doesn't want to play the numbers game, and she's not nurtured relationships. So we can ultimately we should be thinking now how we can do what she's doing better, and how we can do it better than her in a way over time is we can nurture strong relationships within each other and really help each other that way. And like you said, find builders and find people that are going to help your team, support them, let them understand the process, and we'll get there together. And ultimately, my dream is to do what Joyce is doing, but better, because I feel like as perfect, and we'll copy everything she's doing. I think there's things we can improve on, just a bit more connection with people. I know she's super busy, so.
I'm curious. Can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any sort of thing? Is there any sort of rules or anything within the company that says you can't work with other companies? That you can't be enrolled. No.
No. Nathan, you work with quite a few others, don't you? This is mine. I do.
Because
I work for a makeup and
like my
skincare
girlfriend
company.
sign up underneath me, or how does that work? Since we're technically not spouses, or how?
Yeah, you can sign her. You can sign her up under you.
Yeah, and
So
Alex signed up. Yeah, Alex
You
signed
can
up.
also sign your spouse up under
kick
you.
me out. So that's
No.
It's fine.
That's
Alex
good.
signed up people himself, didn't you? Alex, you signed up someone yourself, didn't you? And that was amazing on the tree.
Yeah, more than once.
I did that too.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah,
Say
so
one
if
more-
someone
no,
didn't
I'll-
know how to use a computer, I just signed them up, and they like interact, e-transfer the money to me. Like,
I just wanted to confirm what she said about relationships is so key. I've been in sales and marketing for like over 20 years, and it's relationships, trust, rapport. Absolutely, that is sales, and like the separation, people that do good or bad at sales is people who understand that and people who don't. I mean, if you don't have relationships, there's no way that you're going to get trust with people. There's no way they're going to buy anything for you.
It's true.
Absolutely. The money should be a byproduct. She was talking about not
Right.
thinking so much like if you're really passionate about helping people and providing value to them and benefit, the money just comes. I mean, that's I've learned that
Right.
about my life. When you waste the money and you're not providing benefit, it's almost like you're playing keep away with it, you know? So, I mean, it's helping people. It's like you get paid from like universe or whatever you believe, you know, it's like almost like a karmic account, the currency, the flow of it, you know? So I just wanted to mention, yeah, relationships, man, nurture people, love people. The money comes after that. And remember, what we're doing is helping people too. I don't look at it like I'm selling anything. I'm letting people know that, I mean, dude, there's this really awesome healing protocol and technology for you. If you use it, you'll probably get relief. That's awesome. I really want to help you. Yeah, it happens to cost money. Yeah, I happen to be the middleman for that. You know, you're helping them with the health. And I think also, maybe it was Summer that mentioned, I mean, the financial aspect is a huge benefit too. So what I'm giving people is I'm not selling people anything. I'm giving them awesome, you know, healing techniques and protocols for themselves. I'm giving them another stream of income for themselves that's even passive and awesome. And I'm also giving them a 40% discount on the products that they're using that heals themselves and their family anyway. And they're going to like it like I did and spread it. And so they're going to be able to give those same things back and pay it forward to their friends and family. And they get to give them healing techniques and another stream of passive income and 40% discount. So, I mean, that's all huge. So I don't look at what I'm trying to sell and what I'm getting. I look at what I'm giving to people and just, you know, you'll get reward for that in return. It's like a default automatic process, you know?
Right.
Powerful. I just want to add to people because this is a huge one because I deal with this too. It can be quite frustrating, guys, and I know you've all experienced this, to have someone interested, right? You get them in the group, they go, okay, even for me, people have said to me, oh, I'm ready to buy, ready to order. So what do? We go, as we should, give them the link and say, hey, here's the link, here's the package size, and leave it there. And you think, okay, they said they're ready to buy, gonna sign up. And they don't. And weeks pass and don't. And they'll say they're interested again, but they don't buy. You see them liking the post, they don't buy. Here's the thing. They will come eventually. This is the actual truth for a lot of them. Not everyone, but a lot of them will come back. Carrie's got a great example. Months and months down the line, you give them a link 6 months ago, they sign up. A few weeks ago, you gave them a link. You think, oh, they've gone. They'll sign up. I'm trying to say is don't get too frustrated. It's a patience game too. People aren't ready. Like Alex said earlier, Alex was ready straight on. I wasn't. I've just told you guys I took 6 months before I even started up. So if I took that long, of course other people can take that long. Don't get frustrated. It's going to happen a lot to you. The more you do this, it's going to happen. You'll be like, I want to sign up. Sign me up. Whatever information. You give them the link and they're like, oh, sure, I'll sign up. They never do.
I want to add to that, Harry. I didn't want to interrupt, but I almost jumped in on you because you're very, very right, and that's very common. And a lot of people are like, for instance, somebody will start and they'll just get somebody interested. Somebody will just like the post, but they won't say yes. They won't talk. They won't, you know, message you. And a lot of people just kind of sit and let that be. Or somebody will say, hey, I'm interested. They'll give them the info, and then, like you said, they'll let it sit maybe 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. So what happens that relationship building? What I tell Nikki, I've done marketing a long time, and she's like right there with me, and I'm constantly just everything that I see when I deal with things, you know, pass along to her. And so what I've been telling her with this is that any engagement whatsoever, when you put out a curiosity post, let's say you get 5 people like it, 2 of those people actually said yes or something. Some of the people are just silent. You know, one person messages you, don't seem real interested. You say one thing, they don't say anything back. You could easily kind of leave that be. You could easily be like, okay, the only 2 people that said yes, I'm going to reach out to. Once I've given them stuff, I'm going to leave it sit. But it's about the relationship. So like what I tell her and everybody else is, if you get 5 likes, I don't care what they say. That's 5 interested, warm prospects. And so you reach out to them first. You add them as a friend. You add them to the group. You say, hey, I noticed that you liked my post here. You seemed interested. Can I get you some info? Can I add you to the group? Hey, come check out our Zoom meeting. Like, you grab that lead. Harry, I'm not going to mention names here, but you know, there's somebody I've worked with a lot with marketing. And I would lead that horse.
John DePass.
But I would lead so many horses to this person's water. And when you don't know how to facilitate them wanting to drink, it's what I tell Nikki, what I tell a lot of people is you're going to come back to that pool and find a bunch of dead horse skeletons. So you can pull in all the leads, and then those are the people that want it. So everybody, if there's 5 people that like it, 2 of those said yes. There's 5 people altogether. Maybe I don't know, somebody said yes that didn't like. You know, all of your engagement total. You want to take every one of those people and act as if like they're almost like begging for the product. They're timid. Maybe they're an introvert. They don't want to, you know, their social anxiety, something to the effect. Maybe they're kind of on the fence, but it's our job to kind of like take them from on the fence and nurture that and say, hey, how can I help you? You know, let me show you some protocols. Let me show you more information about this. Check out this testimonial from this athlete that uses it. So I'd say take any interest that you get and just like take it to the moon and act like it's like one of your best prospects, like every one of them. Nobody should sit there ignored. If you give them info and they don't do anything and it's been 3 days, you don't want to spam them. You don't want to irritate them. But 3 days later, this is why email lists are so important for businesses, because they want to come back with that future correspondence. And don't let it sit 3 months for them to come back to you. Let it sit 3 days. Reach back out to them. Hey, I noticed that you're interested. It's been a few days. You know, didn't want to. I also say watch your language. Like you don't want to be like, hey, didn't want to bother you. Didn't want to be I've studied a lot in like persuasion and NLP and hypnosis and things like that. All those things get a really bad rap, but they're very, very, very useful in sales. And I could almost say too, I've told a lot of people, when you get to a really high-end level of sales and marketing, there's the people who know persuasion and NLP and hypnosis and the people that don't. And that's, you're either going to blow up and be awesome, or you're going to reach a plateau and max out. So as long as you're using NLP and persuasion and hypnosis to benefit people, to give them healing things, to not try to, hey, you know, if you can't afford it, like I can't stand when we come in and they're like, hey, this program's $9.97. If you can't afford it, no problem. Here, look, there's this PayPal credit thing you can sign up for. Ask all your family and loved ones. Do you have anything you can sell? Can you put a loan on your house, your car? No. You know, like don't ask to do that, you know, but if you haven't heard from them in 3 days, reach out. If they're like, oh yeah, you know, I'm just kind of looking around, not sure how serious I am. Hey, no problem. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. Now you wait a full like 5, 6, 7 days. Reach back out to them. Hey, you know, just wanted to let you know I didn't forget about you. I'm ADHD and I didn't mention the language, and I'll wrap this up here in a minute. But the language, you don't want to say, hey, I didn't want to be a bother to you. Hey, I didn't want to be a hassle, because what you do is you put that word bother and hassle in their head. So I take very, very careful care when somebody could just shoot out like a quick, like, you know, 30-second message. I'll actually sit there and write it and edit it for like 15 minutes and think in my head, and I'll look for every negative word and say, no, you don't want to do that. And I'll even look for separation. You don't want to use a lot of yous and I's when you can replace those with we and us, because then you're together, and they don't feel isolated from you. They feel like they're on your team, and it builds trust. And kind of warms them up and pre-frames them to accept what you're putting out there. And then if you can talk about some agreeable things, like, man, it would be great to have better health within it. It would be great to have another stream of income. There's this thing in marketing. If you can get 3 yeses, then you get them in this habitual pattern of agreeing. And then if the 4th thing you suggest is, hey, why don't you come check out our Zoom? Well, it's no obligation. Just come see it. Hey, join our group. Then by the time it's, hey, why don't you consider signing up? I mean, they've said yes to you 5, 6 times about other things already. And really, really mind your tongue. The power of life and death is in the tongue. They consider it a 2-edged sword. And I mean, your words can heal and words can destroy. And so you don't want to destroy your communication with prospective clients. So reread 10 times if you have to. Get out every negative word possible. With Hermeticism, if anybody's interested, there's like duality, polarity. There's always a positive pole and a negative pole to everything, the yin and the yang. So find, even if you want to say like health ailments is bad, and that makes people think they have something wrong with them. So you'll want to be like, hey, is there anything that I can help you with along your healing journey or process or something, right? Nothing negative there. So you always want to be positive. You always want to frame things in a good, loving way. Just wanted to throw those tips out there. I feel like I don't like to toot my own horn. It matters not that I have a lot of experience in this, but I have picked up some information that I can share with people and help them. And it even helps the people that you're doing this to, because when you know, like I have somebody coming to me and they're like, dude, I really need help like regaining muscle. I have all this atrophy. That's one of my issues too. Then I'm like, yeah, you really do. So if I can't convince you this is a good idea, then we're keeping you from getting the help that you need for your muscles. And so it's like, I really need to pull this in and this person in and benefit them and let them know exactly how helpful this is. Or you're kind of almost doing a disservice to them too. You're almost like abandoning somebody that needs healing, that you would be
right.
able to.
And like I always ask people, like, what symptoms are you attempting to improve? Because I know they can improve these symptoms. They're getting improved every day. So I will then tag them in those posts relating to their issues, or just get them on a protocol, tag them in a protocol, because these, like the muscle atrophy, that's carnosine can help that. So you know, that's a great way to do it. Like, what symptoms are you attempting to improve? And you're trying to help them. We're literally here trying to help them, give them a solution to their problems that they can't find anywhere else, which is an amazing thing.
Words are so powerful, and Jay, you're right. That's something that you're amazing at, and we all need to, even myself, need to get so better at that. And you know, Nikki's lucky she's got you that can coach her on that stuff.
I'll coach us all, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we all learn so much. One thing you also said so many good points. One of them as well is we've set this group up, this Zoom up now for all of you guys, and it includes even people that aren't on our teams, like Christine, anyone that wants to come. That you can just join the Zoom because it helps us at the end of the day. So that's one tool we want to drive your prospects into the Zoom. That's first thing. And last point from me is that when it comes to following up on people, and it can be confusing on the Lifewave Team Learning Group, who have I added? First of all, you should write down the people you added. Now, second of all, the system glitches sometimes, as we know, guys. So even though we've written down their name before we've invited them, sometimes we haven't. Now we can check, everyone can check, because now Joyce has put up in Unit 5 distribution, the spreadsheet. You can go in there and you can type the person's name and be sure that we can be sure of two things. Who's added them if there's any confusion, because we don't want to cross over. If someone's added them, they're your sign up. That's first. Second is someone, if you're confused, did I invite them? Did it go through? I wasn't sure it was glitching that day. Keeps glitching, I haven't invited them. You can check every 4 hours is updated. Please check on that and make sure the person's in a group, then you can follow up with them. And that's something I'm going to get better at, following up with, because I was playing the numbers game too long. Now I need to get back into building relationships and following up with the people that I've invited. Now I can, from the spreadsheet, I can find out what date I added them, how, and that's another thing too. Like, don't leave the follow up too long. That's one thing I knew, but I've been slacking on with the numbers again. I need to go back on people I've added. If I added them 2 months ago, they're probably cold and they probably not looked at the group. So I'm going to have to re-engage that person and they might be gone. So don't let people go too far, like from the point of adding them to not talking to them. That's a big mistake that I've learned that's limited my potential. So, yeah.
I don't want to derail here, but Harry, if you want to, I'll get with you privately. And I've been sitting thinking about it. You're amazing at pulling the people in. And if I could just coach you just a little bit and tweak just a little bit of that, like management, you know, I think you would blow up. You'd have
Oh, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I know that I made a few mistakes there. So definitely big mistakes, but I'm proud of myself too. So yeah, I definitely look for
that's
coaching.
How we learn. Yeah, no, that's the best way to learn, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right. Alec, what do you want to do?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's been a great learning experience for everyone, I think. So we're gonna wrap things up a bit right now, and so if you have more questions about like the distribution aspect and things like that, well, make sure you check the units in the Lifewave distributor group, and so like that's everything pretty much that we talked is present there. You can also check the compensation plan and the information in the back office. That's all going to be helpful to really like learn what we taught today. And yeah, just enjoy the rest of your day. Like this is really a wonderful opportunity. If you're here and you're still on the fence, I mean, I highly recommend, because it's changing people's lives. I started with the silver plan, and last week I upgraded to diamond just because it's so wonderful. And yeah, just enjoy the journey and keep spreading the message. 2 people a day, like Harry said, it makes a whole lot of difference. If you play the long game, you're gonna win. Like this is how it works. So thank you all for staying up all the way for this, and have a wonderful day.
Bye everybody.
Let's take care. Thank you so much.
Bye, Rob.